Hey guys, and welcome on into today's video where we're going to be discussing the top 10 internet service providers in the United States, which ones currently cap your data, which ones currently do not have data caps on the amount of internet you use, why these companies are going more towards a system of having data caps, and what we can best do to try to counteract this, especially given the fact that more and more people all the time are streaming video content through their internet, and these are the people that are most susceptible to going over their data limit and then having to pay those fees and penalties to the companies that currently have data caps. So this is more of a newer situation where, in the past it wasn't as common, but a lot of these companies have been implementing data caps given the fact that they're losing money from people that are going away from traditional cable television or traditional satellite television and moving over into getting their media content streaming over the internet. A lot of people are cutting the cord or are cord nevers, and they're going to things like Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime, or even these new, more traditional television live streaming packages that you can get through the internet, like Sling TV, PlayStation Vue, DirecTV Now, YouTube TV, and Hulu TV. So these companies are losing money from the subscribers that are going over to these internet media streaming services, and as a result they're trying to penalize those users who are watching a lot of internet streaming video, and if they're going over that data limit that they have, then companies such as Comcast, AT&T, Cox, CenturyLink, and Mediacom are reaping fees and fines and penalties for those that are going over their amount of data that they're given. My situation personally, I moved into a house. I needed to decide what internet was available in my area. I found that Comcast was available as well as Frontier. At the time that I made the decision to go with Comcast, they did not have a data cap, but about 2 months into having Comcast, they implemented a data cap in my area. I'm just about to get through with my contract, and I'm going to be switching over to Frontier given the fact that they currently do not have data caps. And I really like what the Frontier CEO said in a recent earnings conference. He said that these companies are not implementing data caps because they need to, or their broadband can't handle the amount of traffic or internet usage that their customers have. It's simply a business decision to try to leech more money off of their subscribers and consumers. So I highly respect the Frontier CEO for just laying it on the line and telling it like it is, but I wish Charter was available in my area because basically in terms of speed, Charter is a lot better than Frontier, but unfortunately the best speeds in my area are Comcast, which is really disappointing because I watch video over the internet a lot, and my internet usage as a result gets very close to that Comcast bar that they have on the amount of data that you use, and I worry about it all the time, and it's something that I shouldn't have to, given the amount of money that these internet service providers are charging just as their flat fee. Anything on top of that, it seems ridiculous. You have to pay 50, 60, 70 bucks a month for an internet connection, and then if you go over that even a little bit, you could end up paying double of what you're expecting to pay. So unfortunately, a lot of the biggest companies are over on the side of having data caps. Comcast and AT&T, as well as CenturyLink, are 3 of the top 5 largest, with Comcast being the largest internet service provider. And then on the side of no data caps, you have Charter and Verizon, Charter being the second largest and Verizon being the 4th largest. But really, the only companies that are at 15 million or more, those are the top 3 companies, which is Comcast, Charter, and AT&T. Every other company is at 7 million or less. So those are the 3 big players, and having 2 of the big players, Comcast and AT&T, on the side of data caps might make it hard for Charter to compete, given the fact that they currently do not have data caps. And if AT&T and Comcast gain a competitive edge against Charter because they're leeching money off of their customer, then that would be a really negative situation if Charter made the decision to go on the side of having data caps. So again, if you are in an area where these companies compete against each other, I highly recommend going to the side of the companies that do not have data caps to try to disincentivize companies going from the side of no caps to the side of having caps, or just, in general, the companies that are, putting limitations on the amount of internet you use, try to motivate them to go back to the good side of things and remove those caps. However, I'm highly skeptical that that's ever going to happen. These companies that have implemented these limitations, if they're making that extra money and, they don't have a big reason to switch back, I just don't see that happening in the near future. The best we can hope for right now is having these large internet service providers that don't have a limit on the amount of internet you can use currently stay in that situation. That's the best we can hope for, and the best thing that we can do is just support those companies and purchase their internet over the ones that are capping usage. So I hope that this informational video helps you guys out there in making that decision. I'll put a link to an article that has some more information about which companies do and do not have these limitations on the amount of internet you can use. And I'm also going to put a link in the description so you can find out what internet service providers are available in your area based on your address. So then you can get an idea of what options that you currently have. So thanks guys for stopping on into today's video. Data caps is something that, it's not something that anyone really likes, and there's only so much we can do to try to fight these internet service providers, which in a lot of situations have a monopoly on their region. But there are some things that we can potentially do. Some of us can do our best to try to fight this, and hopefully we can at least hang on to these companies that currently do not have data caps and hope that they stay on that side by giving them our business. So thanks guys for stopping on in today. For more tech content in the future, click that subscribe button. If you have any comments, concerns, questions, or experience with this situation, you can go ahead and throw those down in the comment section. So thanks guys for stopping on in, and we hope to see you in future videos. Bye.